My name is Donna Campbell. I'm the Learning and Enterprise Manager with DLDC. We created this workshop as we felt that people weren't getting the opportunity to learn about the potential supports and the opportunities they could have if they considered self-employment. We had concerns that there was a number of people that would be within the SICAP target group that were not on the live register and therefore were not maybe being signposted to the supports that we offer within DLDC.
My name's Stephen Friel and I'm the owner of Friel Consulting. Friel Consulting is a training consultancy practice based here in Donegal, and I work predominantly with startup businesses and community organisations. Today's workshop is titled Exploring Self-Employment, and it is aimed at participants who are tentatively exploring the idea of becoming self-employed and looking at the pros and cons of becoming self-employed, but more importantly making them aware of the realities of the challenges. Key learnings would be about a tolerance to risk. I think there is a perception that perhaps self-employment is much easier than what it is. Indeed, to be self-employed is to embark on a bit of a roller coaster, and we talk about that and we talk about the pros and cons, and we help participants learn where to go to next when they have established that they have a business idea, what supports are available, and we signpost them to what they need to do next to turn their idea into reality.
We developed a social media campaign through Facebook, and the idea behind that was that we could reach new people that weren't currently aware that we were here to support them. The idea behind the workshop is really just to give people a safe space that allows them to come in and explore the idea of self-employment. They may have had a burning idea that they've had for a number of years, and maybe this is something now that they're thinking now's the time that they're ready to do this now. The workshop allows them to explore that, look at the challenges, look at the opportunities, and really just see, would this be something that they can do? And from that, even if they decide that this is not for them right now, there's loads of different avenues then that they can explore in relation to personal development, learning opportunities, employment options, loads of supports through DLDC. So this is just an avenue to bring them in.
I'm Katie Coyle, and I established Caring Capel therapeutic horse riding with my family at the beginning of this year. Therapeutic horse riding are individual riding sessions for young people with additional needs. This is to improve their sensory, behavioural and physical. It's really led by the child, what they'd like to do and what their needs are. All the sessions are individual, so we are trying to reach goals for each child. Now, the results are, although they're not guaranteed, I mean nothing's guaranteed in this world, but all the feedback we're getting from parents is just unbelievable. I was working in banking for the last 20 years, and working your own business is just so different. So I would only have real basic accounts. That's the scary part. This is where I need the help of DLDC. One thing I was really surprised and encouraged was it was a lot of people in their 40s and 50s and being entrepreneurs, which you always think young people are going to be, and it's not. So that was so encouraging, and even I've made a lot of connections through it as well. I think believing in yourself, and even the feedback for what I was doing, most people were like, wow, that's really good. And okay, that's, you know, and just to have somebody say what you're doing is right, because it's such a leap of faith.
Well, I would believe that anybody that actually comes through the door will benefit in some way or another. For some people, they will go forward and they will try this business idea, and there's loads of success stories. But for others, it has allowed them to explore the idea and maybe move forward in some way or another, even if it's not self-employment, but maybe look at other options.
My name's John Dale. My background is predominantly sport. So I'm an ex-professional sportsman, semi-professional sportsman, and went into coaching, and I've coached for about 20 years. Last 7 years has set me on a little bit of a journey, so I went back to education and re-educated myself, and now I do a lot of coaching, both physical and a lot of coaching mental. Setting up a business is all new to me, so the DLDC have been really supportive, and I have a background where I struggle with mental health, and even though I was very challenged at times, luckily for me I've come out the other side. I went from a person that went to bed every evening hoping that I didn't wake up the next day to a person that cannot wait to wake up the next day, and that's amazing. You know, I'm completely and utterly blessed. So this business and all of my coaching revolves around how I managed to achieve that. I went to the self-employment workshop at Donegal Local Development with Stephen, and it's just a mind of information, you know, and I related to everything that he was talking about. Going from this person that he perceived or everybody else perceived to that realisation that I need to learn and I need to understand how business works. I need to understand how people relate to businesses and how, how to sell yourself basically and how to put yourself across. So I learned an awful lot on that workshop, and it just enhanced my skills. It added to my skill set. Connection with other people that you can gather information off, the importance of structure, the importance of building, your business steadily, the importance of, perhaps surrounding yourself with the right people. It's not just the workshop itself, but it's also the people that are sat around that table that you can learn and share with. Be with somebody that's experienced and that knows the pitfalls, that knows what it takes to get your business up and running. It's just so important.
Participants that may start up in self-employment, there's loads of follow-on supports. So the idea is not just to help them to get into business, but to create a sustainable business that will support them into the future. So part of that will be maybe bookkeeping supports, account supports, marketing, mentoring. There'll always be the space to follow up as well. So it's not just about us engaging with them once, but following up with them on an ongoing basis for a couple of years if need. So there's no one size fits all. It's really what the client needs themselves, and we try and just help them on that journey.